Hey y'all, Dan with Southern Paddler Channel here. It is Friday afternoon and I am paddling out to do an overnight canoe camping trip. I'm making a run to the campsite just to drop some gear. Then I want to come back to the boat ramp, pick up my buddy Colton. I took off half a day and he's probably off work by now, but still getting ready and getting out here. So anyway, go pick him up in a little bit. But we're going to do a little overnight camping trip here. We're actually going to be just off of Cotaco Creek in Grindle Hole. It's TVA land. There's one or two spots that look like they're frequented fairly regularly with people that camp and hang out there. So I tried to find a spot that hasn't been used. So the good thing is that we probably won't find anybody there or nobody will come up on us. The other good thing is that it'll be quiet. But the bad thing is, we're going to have to kind of mash down the undergrowth and get it, cleared out. And I say cleared out. Obviously, we're not going to like take a blade to it and level it and knock everything down because that's against the rules. But I've scouted out the spot. It's fairly open, but there is some little undergrowth stuff that you'll kind of mat down as you step on it and I'm using a tent today. Colton's going to be hammock camping. So I got a trip coming up. We're going to be camping in a campground, and since I'm going to be in a campground, I wasn't sure that I could use my hammock, so I bought a little cheap tent. So this is kind of a shakedown trip for my tent camping setup, so we'll see how all that goes. Anyway, I'm going to paddle on to this spot and get everything dropped off, and then go back and pick up Colton, and we'll check in with y'all in a little bit. Very unstable. Probably not going to work. Okay, nope, this is not going to work. Okay, we're at the boat ramp, picking up Colton. About to head back to the campsite, loading his gear up, but I got a birthday coming up next month, and he surprised me with my early birthday gift. It's a camp table, and I've been wanting one of these was it back in the spring?
Something like that.
Yeah, me and Colton and one of our friends, Caleb, who actually, if you saw the Flint Creek kayak camping trip, then you saw Caleb. The three of us went on that trip. But we got together at his uncle's house, just hanging out, playing cards one day. Had one of these cool little camp tables that we played on, and I thought, man, that is super cool. I need one of those. So lo and behold, I got one now. Thanks, Colton.
You're welcome.
All right, we're gonna get loaded up here, get back on the water, and we'll check in with y'all probably at the campsite, or maybe on the way, we'll see. All right, folks, it's a little after 5, and close to 5:15, 5:20. We are paddling to the campsite. I've already made one trip, dropped off my gear. We got Colton his gear, so we're gonna head back. And big old heron, yep. We're gonna get camp set up here. We still got plenty of light. We got a good 2 hours of light easy, but we'll get the camp set up and first, as soon as we get back. And then after that, we'll decide if we maybe want to cook us some hot dogs and hang out a little bit. And then a little later this evening, we're gonna do a little bow fishing. So we're just paddling on back to the camp. So we'll check in with y'all there. I think this big old pine tree's cool laying out in the water. Oh yeah.
I bought matches, and actually I did have lighters. It was in my dry bag that I had forgotten that they were in there. So, what are you gonna?
All right, this is Colton set up. Got the hammock, I guess that's what it's called. Hanging up his gear bag. Here's my tent. And it is a tent. Got it off Amazon, I don't know what it is. Had pretty good ratings, but I just needed a tent, so I got one. It's got a rain fly over it, just separate, but got it on. We've got a little chance of rain tonight. I don't know if we'll get any or not, but it's got the, of course, just the door. It's got the screen, and the rain fly has a door that I have back. And let me, all right, so here's inside the tent. Got a little mattress there. There's my pillow. So, got a tarp under it. Hopefully that'll keep me dry, and close this screen here so the bugs don't get in there, because believe ye me, the bugs are out. That's it. And then there's just kind of got some gear strewn around there, sitting in my camp chair. I say camp chair, it's actually a lawn chair. It's a grill. We're gonna grill some hot dogs later. There's our ride. The old Rogue River 14 got us here. Right here on the banks of Grindle Hole. This is backwater off of Cotaco Creek. We are in the Valormoso Springs area. Beautiful area out here, but a lot of skeeters, so we are got the bug spray on, doing our best to survive. Anyway, we'll check back in, maybe get some hot dogs going here in a little bit. Looks like things have done gone amok. Okay, well, anyway. What do you think, Colton?
I think we're gonna have a good trip.
All right, you set up?
I'm pretty well set up.
Think you'll be okay if it rains?
I think I will be. What about you?
Yep, I think so. I got my rain fly on. You know, I was like you. I was kind of thought about not doing the extra rain gear, because like for my tent, it's going to make it hotter, you know. Going to cut down the ventilation in there, but there is a chance, some kind of chance of rain, so we decided we'd better be safe than sorry, or safe than wet, right? So, yep, that's what we're doing. All right, we'll check in with y'all in a little bit. All right, we got a charcoal going. We got camp set up. There's my tent, Colton's hammock. There's some gear there in the boat. We got us some chairs. Here's our tables, including my new birthday gift table from Colton, which is very awesome. And you can tell that on my chair, this is not a camp chair. This is just a, yeah, that's just a lawn chair. And, you know, being in the canoe and being a short trip, didn't have to worry about conserving space or weight or anything. So I just brought the comfy chair. Colton's got one that's got a headrest on it. So you can see that's pretty cool. I need to get me one like that. I've got a camp chair like that, except it cuts off like right here. It didn't have that headrest. That headrest is super cool. So that's the next thing on my list, to get one like that. But yeah. So we got the charcoal going. We're gonna cook us up some hot dogs here in a little bit. It's probably about what, 7:15, 7:30,
Something like that.
something like that. It's, so sun is kind of out of view. It's getting darker, so we're just going to eat a little bit here shortly, and might play some cards later, and just and probably once it gets dark and after we eat, we might get out and do a little bow fishing. So we'll see. So we'll check on y'all later. This is like a shakedown camp trip. I think I mentioned earlier that I got a trip coming up next weekend, North Carolina, and so I'm kind of getting all my setup, got a new tent, getting all that figured out. So, you know, we didn't do a lot of paddling. We're 2 miles from the ramp. We're on TVA land. And so anyway, since it was a short paddle and I had the canoe that had plenty of room, I brought the old grill here that we can cook some hot dogs in. I brought the charcoal match light. So, and you know, the lawn chair. So, you know, we're kind of, this is not quite glamping, but you know, it's not lightweight, you know, gear either. So anyway, we're gonna check these hot dogs out here in a little bit. Got us a few little sticks. We're gonna probably do us a little fire here later, if nothing else, just to keep the mosquitoes away, because they are they're out in full force. I've been hitting the off pretty good. So anyway, Colton, what do you think?
I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves.
I think we are too. You ready for a hot dog?
Yep, I am. Are they ready for us?
They're getting close. So I'm gonna cut this camera off, and we're gonna check on these dogs and eat a little bit, and then check in later. Good morning, folks. It's about 6 a.m. We're waking up here at the campsite. There's Colton here with his Dr. Pepper. Got a fire going. Got my there's a pileated woodpecker. Got my water warming up for my mountain house meal. I've got breakfast skillet today. Got my coffee there on my table already made, so I'm about to have me a little breakfast. But yeah, we're just kind of getting going this morning. I can't really say that we're just waking up. I've been up most of the night. I did not sleep well at all. You know, I got a bad back, and sleeping on that ground, I had a little thin air mattress and a pillow, and both inflatable, and they definitely help. But I don't know, I think it's just I wasn't used to it, for one thing. That's my first time to sleep on the ground in the tent. I didn't sleep good. It was pretty warm. I sweat a lot, and that makes it a little Yeah, tricky. So anyway, but the tent, you know, kept the mosquitoes out. That's good. We didn't have any rain, so but that tent doesn't have good ventilation, so it's not a good summer tent because it got pretty stuffy in there. But it does have a, you know, a screen door, so I kept the rain door pulled back and just had the big screen door. But yeah, just I don't know, it's just, I don't know, have to maybe tweak it, or maybe just getting used to it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to have us a little breakfast here, and then we'll check back in a little bit. Colton, how'd you sleep last night?
I slept okay. I
Good.
could have done without somebody snoring and making me think my hammock was falling.
Yeah, that was unfortunate that my snoring sounds closely mimic the sound of the straps sliding down the tree. Oh well.
That owl was nice having right above me though.
Yeah,
It was
we had an owl that we heard several owls, and they were, man, they were going back and forth a good bit of the evening, early evening, and then one, I'm just absolutely certain, lit in the one of the trees that Colton's tied off to, and it was close. It was sounded like it was just right above you. He hooted about 3 times, and then sounded like he moved over here closer to the water. But that was pretty cool. Heard a lot of owls last night, and I was telling Colton I actually heard some owl sounds that I hadn't heard. They were really talking. It was pretty cool. So. Oh, it's stinky. Man, that is nasty. Oh shoot, yeah, no, I can't see anything. All right, fire pit extinguished. Campsite. Leave no trace. All right. Boat dangerously overloaded. No, not quite. It's got a 700-pound capacity. Surely we're all right. I lost a few pounds last week. All right. We're about to shove off. Was it about 11:30?
something like that.
About close to 11:30. We're about to start paddling back to the truck. It's been a great trip. I've learned some things. My first time tent camping. You know, I've been kayak camping on all my other trips, but a tent camp in late July, I learned a few things. It is hot, but anyway, it was fun. We had a good time. Got in a little bow fishing, played some cards, grilled some hot dogs on the fire, sat around and heard some amazing nature sounds overnight. So despite the fact that I didn't sleep on that well, I think I got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, but you know, it was but still a great trip, a lot of fun. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
So all right, well, this is again, this has been our little overnight camp trip on Grindle Hole. This is backwaters off of Cotaco Creek, TVA land. Thank you, TVA, for providing this recreational area for us. We've enjoyed it. Hopefully we've left it in good shape and taken care of it. So we're gonna get on the boat and start paddling back. All right.